The Republican Party is taking control of the US Senate after the midterm elections.
It increases the power of the party in the final years of Barack Obama's presidency. The Republicans also had a strong showing in the election for the House of Representatives, where they're expected to increase their majority. Our North America correspondent Rajini Vaidyanathan reports.
You're watching live coverage of election night.
The highest stakes were in the battle for America's upper house of Congress, the US Senate. As the results came in, it was clear this wasn't a good night for Barack Obama's Democratic Party, as they lost key seats across the country.
It's time to turn this country around.
In a hotly contested race in Kentucky, Republican Mitch McConnell held on to his seat. He's now the top politician in the Senate and is likely to be a thorn in President Obama's side.
I'm not Barack Obama. I disagree with him.
With a price tag of almost $4 billion, this was the most expensive midterm election ever. It was also seen as a verdict on President Obama. With his approval ratings at a record low, many of his own party distanced themselves from him. But even that didn't help Democrats on the night.
This campaign has ended, but our work to improve the lives of North Carolinians and to build an economy that works for everyone isn't over.
As well as deciding which politicians will be turning up to work here, these elections will determine what policies are passed in President Obama's final years in office and will shape his legacy. Rajini Vaidyanathan, BBC News, Washington.
And Rajini joins us now from our Washington bureau. Morning, Rajini. Obviously, it's a sort of a grim verdict, really, on Barack Obama's presidency. But in a sense, it helps him define himself politically now against the Republicans running Congress.
But this is a tough result for President Obama to swallow, in the sense that he's already struggled to get politicians here in Washington to agree with him and back some of his key policies, for example, immigration reform. That job has just become even tougher now his party's lost control of the US Senate. This is the first time that Republicans control both houses of Congress since 2006. This is good news for them as we look ahead to the 2016 presidential election. This just gives them the momentum that they need. But of course, as President Obama enters his final years in office, he'll want to show America and indeed the world that he can get things done after a period, what people have said, has been gridlocked with policies that have been put forward and then not actually seen the light of day. And President Obama has invited congressional leaders to the White House on Friday. He'll be doing all he can to convince them that there are ways that he can work with them.
Rajini, thanks very much.